This is my Mirax racing chair. It's been my daily driver for a long time now. I have been sitting in this thing for well over a year. It's about time to upgrade. I've been on the quest for the perfect chair upgrade to replace this thing, and I think it's finally here with the Achilles M1 chair. So right away, some minor noteworthy differences. This is the P1's headrest pillow. And this is the headrest pillow that comes with the new chair. It's not memory foamy like the P1's. Also taking a slight notice here to the difference in the armrest. These are the 4D armrests. These are not 4D armrests. They're a little bit skinnier. They still feel really nice, but they're a little bit skinnier. So expect not as much as you would get out of this. Let's go over some of the packaging. Comes with a toolkit, pretty simple looking. Our gas lift, our tension knob adjustment, our lumbar pillow, our wheelbase, our left and right arms. He said arms weird. Our left and right arms. Still said it weird. Our headrest pillow, which is non-memory foamy. Our USB cable for the RGB in the back. The back of the chair with Gamdius embroidered on the back. This is where our RGB lights will be. And importantly, where we put our butt. Let's check out assembly time. Putting those threads through was obnoxiously too much, and the wheels probably were harder than doing it on the P1. So it was a little bit misaligned trying to put in the actual backrest of the chair, which was kind of causing us a little bit of a problem. As I looked through with a flashlight, I was able to see that the thread was a little bit messed up in there. So anyways, we're going to continue moving on and finish putting the finishing touches on it, and we'll be finished with it. Okay, so among some other differences, I do want to point this out because I was kind of under this impression that this kind of level of padding and cushioning that we have here on the P1 was going to be very similar to the same on the M1, where the E1 would be a little bit thinner. If that's confusing, there's three versions of it. The E1, which is the very basic entry line kind of version of the chair, the M1, which falls in the middle, and the P1, which is of course they're more luxurious, can do just a little bit more, is a little bit more comfortable, can hold a little bit more weight, and is maybe slightly larger. Well, one of the things to point out here is I thought, and it's probably my fault for thinking this, but I thought the M1 would have more of the same kind of padding, more padding in the actual butt cushion of the chair. It doesn't. But it's still a lot, it's good, and I'm not saying it's not comfortable, it's just I was expecting something more this much cushion to it, and I'll get a closer shot of it here in a minute. So you see, when we put the chairs back to back like this, the P1 definitely has a lot more, I hate to say the word girth because it's going to make you make dirty jokes in your head, but it has a lot more girth to it than this chair does. Like I said, it doesn't mean that this is any less comfortable. I actually prefer this chair over the P1, so she can keep it. She can keep the P1, whatever, I don't care. I like my M1 chair. It's very nice. It's just that I think I just had these expectations that it was going to be a little bit more of the same as the P1, just with some lesser features to it, if that makes sense. Also, I don't know how well you can see right here, but this pillow seems to have a lot of tension on this. And there's another word I hate to say, which is taut, but it's overly taut. It just makes me feel like it's about to rip off of the lumbar cushion. Sorry about that audio, I had to yell. Being real about this, because I'm sure some of you will have questions. Are there notable differences between this and the P1 that you pay a little bit more for? Yes, there are. There's definitely some. The assembly process on this one was just different. It wasn't quite as easy to put this one together. So that right off the bat was the first thing to note. I had trouble with the caster wheels into the base, and that's just obnoxious, but got it figured out, not terrible. Lining up the back plate with the brackets inside and trying to find the guide holes was a little difficult. I ended up having to just kind of shove down and use a lot of force in order to torque in at least one side, and that was kind of a pain in the butt. I feel like it was a lot easier on the P1 chair over there. Other things are the cushy pad here. While it's way more padded than the Mirax chair, it's definitely not quite as padded as the P1 chair, and I had thought they were going to be similar padded seating that feel a little more comfortable than maybe it does, but it's still really good and it's still really comfortable. But just the honest truth is it's not quite the P1 in comfort when I sit in it. It's still very comfortable though, don't take that the wrong way. It's just not quite the luxury comfort that the P1 had to offer. The armrests are a little bit smaller, and they seem to offer all the same benefits that I want. They slide forward and back, they go up and down, and they can be angled in and out, and they feel really nice too. It's the same kind of vinyl material. In fact, I probably like these armrests better than I like the P1's armrest. The pillow here on the headrest is not memory foamy. It's cushy enough, but it's not as comfortable feeling as the P1's headrest. So if you're an ankle sitter or do the number 4, as Steven says, then you are probably going to notice the bars on the side a little more. While they are more padded than the Mirax chair or the Hamel chair, they're not quite as padded and nice as the P1 is. So if you want to sit on your ankle, you're going to feel that bar, and it's going to be kind of irritating. We'll go over lighting functions again, and I'll just really kind of defer you to look at, you know, the P1 chair and video. If you want to see that, then, you know, click the card. It's going to have the same literal setup in the back to where you can see the RGB lights. It's not the lights that make the chair, it's a neat thing that it has, and the fact that it can be GUI controlled over USB and set, that's really cool. As well as there's a little back area back here where you can put a battery pack, and you can put that battery pack and plug it in if you wanted to do that, or if you wanted to route the cable and have it on plugged into a hub somewhere on the side of the desk, that would work too. Just remember, don't go rolling away and ripping it out. That's really all I got to say about this. It's actually a nice chair. I think that this is going to be my throne for my rig setup over there, and it's going to be very comfortable for a very long time. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't. If you have any questions about it, leave them down below. I'll be sure and get back with you and try to tell you anything that I missed. I'm sure there's always people that have questions about things that I didn't even consider while I was doing a video. So if you have those questions, leave them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video I do. Have a great day, night, whatever it is.
City.
Well, I was gonna ask him, what do you think of this chair, buddy? Do you like the chair? He likes the chair. He calls it a New York City chair, and I don't really know what that means, but it's a pretty cool chair, and I like it a lot myself.
Chair from New York.
Yeah. Gambius, you're gonna have to move your company to New York so we can officially say it's a chair from New York. It's a nice chair. It's a good option. It's something that's really good, I think. If you want something a little bit more with a little more padding, be sure and check out the P1 video. I'll post the P1 video right here, and you can click that and go check it out. Thanks for helping me put it together, buddy.
Maybe tomorrow we'll make another video with Legos.
Yes, a Lego build log. A Lego computer build log.
Now we're gonna make the best Lego build.
Perhaps. I think a Lego computer build sounds like fun.
We can build a miniature one.
A miniature one. An MITX Lego computer build. That sounds like fun. If you would be interested in that, post down below, and maybe we'll make that happen.